Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hey Amber, good to see you. Hey Sparkles. Hey David. Hey Meg. Hey Kate. Kate. Hey Ava. Hey Preschool Granny. K Braze. Sexy Wild Thing. Carol Freaking Claus. Hey David. Carol Clark. Hey Stephanie. Crime Watch Lover. Tiffany. Good to see you. Hey Melinda. Hey Harlot. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Lil Red. Let's see. Mayla's mom, Music City mom, anybody that I missed, thank you guys for being here. So thank you, Meta Mom. I made this background a while back when I started covering Harmony, or closer to the beginning of my coverage of her case, and it's still in my thing, so I figured we should use it. So today, Preschool Granny, thank you so much. And make sure you're opted in. Maybe you'll win one. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Lucia. So today we are going to do a couple things. I wanted to go over some things before the trial starts. Jury selection starts in a little bit over a week. I also want to start with a recent decision because remember, he was asking for the cases to be severed. So I pulled an article about that. Then I pulled a phone call that was played at a bail hearing. It's a jail call between Kayla and Adam's dad. And I thought we could listen to that. And then what we're going to do is Harmony's mom, Crystal, was a huge part of how the world knew about Harmony from the beginning, and I want you guys to hear her story. So she's done a ton of interviews. I pulled 3. One is from 2 years ago, and that's where we're going to start. And then I pulled one from a small channel from like a year ago. But I'll tell you, if you go and look, she's interviewed with so many YouTube channels, some that are very small channels. There's a lot out there. There's no way we could go through it all. But I think that if we do the one from 2 years ago, then the interview from a year ago, and then I found one from about 6 months ago with Court TV, I believe it is. And we're going to listen to those and let her tell her side of the story. I think that she's definitely going to be a witness at trial. And she's a huge part of it. So I just wanted to go over all of that before it starts. Hey, Connie. Okay, so first I'm going to pull up. Hey, Crystal. Crystal, I've been like really not good about it. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I've been going through it. My house flooded, just a whole bunch of stuff. So, okay, this is where we're going to start. Because this is recent. This article came out just 3 days ago. Judge rules on what evidence can be introduced at Adam Montgomery's murder trial. So a New Hampshire judge has made a ruling about what evidence the jury can see in the upcoming trial of Adam Montgomery, who is accused of murdering his 5-year-old daughter, Harmony. The latest rulings by the judge give a preview of what could play out in the upcoming trial. The judge ruled that the jury can see a video from September 2021 encounter between Adam Montgomery and police. Hold on, let me get this little video to stop. Between Adam Montgomery and police, in which officers questioned him about Harmony's whereabouts. But jurors won't be allowed to hear the audio of the questions put to him because of his right to remain silent. So they're going to be able to watch the video and I guess, watch his body language, that kind of stuff, but not hear it. Hey, Queen Bella. Hey, Pointer Lover. Good to see you guys. The court also said prosecutors can only introduce evidence relating to alleged domestic violence against Adam Montgomery's wife, Kayla, from between September 2019 and January 2020. Or 2022, I'm sorry. Nothing involving incidents prior to that range can be admitted. And I think my opinion is this is because, she claims that he was intimidating her not to speak about Harmony and that he was violent. So I think that they're going to hear from the time that this happened with Harmony, and moving forward, but nothing prior to that. So, prosecutors can also only discuss alleged neglect and abuse toward Harmony in that time frame. Evidence of drug use can also be introduced. Prosecutors had argued that drug use can lead to paranoia, and it would answer a lot of questions, including why the family became homeless. Prosecutors also believe drug use is directly connected to the circumstances around Harmony's death. Oh, I do too. When it comes to Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, prosecutors can introduce evidence related to Adam Montgomery keeping her from Harmony, but nothing regarding alleged domestic violence. The judge said evidence relating to the criminal past and employment history of Kayla, who is a key witness for the prosecution, can be addressed. The judge also ruled that the charges of assault and second-degree murder will be tried together. Jury selection is scheduled to begin February 6th. Now, I'm going to try to share this article with you guys. I've actually went over this before on the channel. They do a really great job with the timeline of events. So let me see. Hopefully the link isn't too long. Just a second. Copy. Okay. So, the judge is allowing a lot of this stuff in. Certain things, though, they're not, which I think that's pretty normal. Okay, yes, it wasn't too long. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Why does he get an option? Hey, Okie Crime News with Teresa. Hey, Angie, good to see you guys. Noodle, making a fashionably late entrance. I know, absolutely beautiful. She is just so beautiful. Okay, so now before we get into Crystal's story, which, like I said, we're going to start with a quick article, and then I've got this interview, which is 2 years old. This interview, which is a year old, and like I said, it's a small channel, 186 subscribers, and then our final interview, which is I don't think I pulled it yet, but I will when we get there, which is with Court TV. So before we get into that, I thought that it would be interesting to just give this phone call a listen. This is Kayla and Adam's father, and this was played at a bail hearing. And it doesn't have the exact date, a year ago. I actually should have got the exact date. Let me see. Oh, it does when you expand. May 5th, 2022. Okay, so let me make this bigger. Let's hope to God I'm not muted. No! Hooray! Hey, Cosmic Lotus. Good to see you. Breaks my heart this baby has never been properly laid to rest. I know. I was making my thumbnail today, and I was just grabbing, I have like this layout that I use sometimes that you put a bunch of photos and then you can just decide what text. So I grabbed the photos of Crystal and Kayla and Harmony and, Adam and Kayla's mugshots, Kayla crying in court. And I'm writing the text on there, and I think I write, "Where is Harmony?" But at the bottom, for a second, I removed it because I was like, I don't need problems with YouTube. I wrote, "Where the hell is Harmony?" Because it's so frustrating. We have a lot. There's going to be a whole trial. But at the end of the day, she has not been found. And that is just... that poor girl. She was just an innocent child. I don't understand people who can beat on children. I don't either. Hey, Stephanie Marie. Okay. Well, I wonder what Adam's going to say in court. I'm really... because his lawyer straight up came out and said that Kayla played a bigger role in the disposal of Harmony or something like that. The way they worded it has me very curious what their defense is going to be. Are they going to blame her altogether? Maybe. Hey, West Virginia Hollow Girl. I've missed you guys, Stephanie. I really have. Oh God, I just feel like when it rains, it pours. When one thing's going on in your life, everything, like, the house flooded, just so much stuff. So, it just wore me down and I was very exhausted. I'm really happy to be here with you guys now, though. I had like a lot of anxiety. It's weird when you've taken a couple days to get back to it. It's just kind of hard to get back into the swing of things. Oh, Ava, you are the best. Thank you. Ava said the tip line is 603-932-8997. Well, Harmony's father is charged with her murder. Police are still trying to find her body. There is a reward for anyone who provides information leading to her remains. Hey, Tree Baby, good to see you. Okay, so let's listen to this call for a little bit, and then we are going to get into Crystal's story. So that's just going to be, hopefully we can get it all in today. Yeah, it is so true. When it rains, it pours. Oh, hey, Adrian. Love you too. And thank you guys for being here. Kayla is such a liar. We really have no idea how much of a role she played. She's not an innocent party. No, she's not. Remember this, okay? Her story is Adam turns around and punches Harmony multiple times in the face and head. And that they continue to go down the road. No one checks on Harmony, including her stepmom. And they go and get Burger King, and she even hands her back food and sets it on the blanket that Harmony had on her to cover the bruises from what she was going through, mind you. They hand her the food, or Kayla hands her back the food on this blanket and don't even check on her. So no, Kayla is not innocent at all. And it isn't until they get back to the house or to the apartments and where they're sleeping in the car that they do realize what's happened to her. And I'm sorry, I just find it all disgusting. I think that it's truly sad that she hasn't been in more trouble for this. So we know the claims that she's made against Adam, that he was threatening her about saying anything, and he was very paranoid and all of that. We read through the proffer. So let's hear the dynamic between her and his dad. Hey, Selena. Good to see you. Hey, Cray Cray. Let me say hi to anybody I missed. 99 problems, but crime ain't one. Hey, Megan. Hey, Much Endeavors. Okay. All right, let's get started. I should have starred your comment, Ava. Let me see if I can get back to it. Aw, Ava. I'm happy to see you guys. Okay.
Date 2007. Press 0. Hey. Oh, man. All right. You got a pen? Yep. So it's 1, 3, 5, 2, 9. Yep. Marilyn Court. Marilyn. Okay. That's in Florida. Okay. 34669. All right. Yeah, what's crazy was, I don't know, did you get a Facebook message from this girl Whitney? Because what's so crazy, it's crazy that I got your letter and everything, because I saw that you put money on my account, and I was just saying to this, I was like, dude, I wonder if I could get a hold of him somehow or whatever, right? Because I didn't remember your number, it was in my phone, but
So there's no closed captioning available, but just take note that she says, I noticed you put money in my account. I noticed that immediately when I heard it. And honestly, I haven't listened to this for a while because I had this live planned probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I grabbed everything for it. And then so much stuff has happened. So
I remember it. And then I was like, and I know he was in Florida, and I was like, dude, I need you, because this chick just got out on front court, and I was like, I need you to go on Facebook and look up my dad. And she was like, what's his name? And I was like, all right. And I told her, and she just sent it last night, sent you a Facebook message or whatever, asking for your number and your address so I could write you and call you. And then I got your letter today, and I was like, that's crazy. I don't think she did. All right. Or she found it. Oh, well, but she found like an old Facebook and not the one. Right. Because I have like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. At least 2 that I know of that are, when you punch my name, I still come up. Yeah. She has like a million.
she sounds
Right, exactly like that. And
She sounds a lot more like aware and awake than she did testifying against Adam. If you guys watch that, let me know what you think, because during that, you could tell she was heavily medicated, in my opinion.
So, and plus, I don't know, a lot of my, because I'm getting so many requests from people trying to talk to you. All this stupid online news people. I got a letter from WMUR from Amy Cavino asking for an interview. I got a letter from someone from where is it? Illinois or Indiana, something like that, asking me questions. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, leave me alone, dude.
Are you effing kidding me? Leave me the F alone, dude. Kayla, when you have participated in something like this, and you did not speak up, and you did not try to help Harmony, and then not only that, you continued to collect benefits in her name. This is enraging. I'm sorry, you guys. I can just feel the blood pressure rising. People are going to want to talk to you. You're going to get reached out to by the news because you are part of something so horrific, we cannot even make sense of it, and this little girl is still not been found. Whew, okay. Hey, Jennifer. Good afternoon. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting red. That's just, it's like.
Right. And then like Thursday, I know these people are going to be standing out. Like, it's going to be on the news because I'm on the news every time. So I know my course is on news. It's going to be, she's getting released. They're going to be outside the jail and everything. They were banging outside my window when I first got here. I was over on the windows on like Willow Street side, on the bottom floor on the top. They were making my window and everything was hanging and everything. I was like, what the f***, dude?
Really?
Yeah, they had to move me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to send you, I wrote you a letter, but I'm going to mail it out tonight, and I'll send the pictures with it of the kids.
Yes, she does. Make no
point. And, let me know if you need anything out there, if you guys,
Yeah, I'll
if you
send
need something specific, something I can get for them,
yeah.
You know what I mean, something to help out, I know, I don't know how your mother's situation is, but, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if he still feels the same way, if he wants to support her so much now. She is going to be the star witness in his trial. That's going to put him away for what happened to Harmony. I just feel like she needs to be charged more but whatever. I understand that you have to, when they had no one else coming forward, and I do understand that. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like, since she is the one person that has came forward and spoke out about what's happened, should she get some sort of break? Because whether we like it or not, even though I hate to even say this, if it wasn't for her, we would not have the information we have.
I know, like, my uncle, I just found out that my Uncle Tom passed away 2 Fridays ago, and my aunt, they was in Manchester, they was on 2nd Street, or South Main Street, they was on South Main Street, like right down the house from Guilford, right down the street from Guilford Street. They was like right there, and he just passed away. He was a veteran and everything, but he was like overweight and had so many health issues, but he just passed away. He got cremated and everything, and now my aunt's living at my grandma's house, because she was like, everything got shut off the day that he died, so she has like nothing right now. And they were coming down every weekend to help my mom and everything with the kids, but I'll let my mom know to let me know if she needs anything or whatever. And I'll put her number in the.
Which I guess for his grandkids, they have other kids. I could see him wanting to help there.
So you have her number.
Okay. Yeah, we could somehow stay in contact. Yeah. I tried reaching out to you regardless of whatever was going on, regardless of Henry Kevin not getting fucking along or whatever.
Yeah,
I kind of just leave them to the fucking to deal with their own shit, their own fighting and all that.
The audio is so horrible. Do you guys want to keep listening? Let me know. Do we keep listening or do we want to move on to these interviews? I can share the link to this so you can watch it straight from the source, and that might be a little better audio. But if you guys want to keep listening, it's only 5 more minutes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't have to get involved. I mean, you guys were kind of closer than me and Adam were just because of the simple fact that I was gone for so long. Yeah, exactly. So you guys had your own relationship. I just stayed out of it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And whatever, it's like I don't take sides. And my son, Kevin's my brother. Yeah. I love you both with that amongst yourself. Yeah, exactly. You know, so, but because I tried reaching out to you and sent you messages, like I was getting blocked from everybody. Yeah, I know, like we got rid of like so many Facebooks, and then Adam was freaking out.
Okay, it's so hard to hear, but he's basically saying like, about him losing contact. It is awful, Lucia, because it's a jail call, and it's not just a jail call because we're not getting the file like we do with Letitia. This is a jail call being played through court through those microphones and then restreamed by the news. So it's just hard to hear. I can't understand most of this. Okay, me neither. I mean, I can, but it's hard and you really have to focus. But his dad there, I believe, is kind of like talking about how he lost touch with them, and she's like, yeah, we had all these different Facebooks. Adam was, so paranoid. So what I'm going to do is I'll share the link with you guys. I'll pin it. Actually, I'll just keep it in my copy paste too. So at the end, I can share it. That way you guys can stay and hang out. And then at the end, if you want to go try to listen with earbuds, probably will hear a little bit more. So there's the link to that in the chat. And then actually, let me just pin it at the top really quick. And then we're going to get into the rest because we have a lot to go through. And a lot to talk about, and look, just this is all that I ask when it comes to Harmony's mom, because people have their opinions on her as well and everything. And I feel like you are absolutely, hold on, don't want to echo. Okay. You are absolutely welcome to share your opinions. Let's just try to keep it respectful. As much as we can, because she has, she's sick. She has addiction issues and stuff like that, that has been a big part of her place in all of this. And I just want to try to keep it respectful towards that. Okay. So let's look at this article, and then we're going to get into her interviews. So this was an article with the New York Post, and it came out in October of 2022. Hey, Unseen. So, the mother of slain New Hampshire girl Harmony Montgomery claimed she repeatedly tried to warn authorities about the child's father before he allegedly beat her to death. Crystal Sorey, who did not have custody of her 5-year-old daughter Harmony, told the Daily Beast on Monday that the child's life could have been saved if anybody had listened to me at the beginning. She claimed that she repeatedly tried to warn police about her daughter's father, Adam Montgomery, who she says should have never been given a chance to get custody of her. Harmony, 5, was last seen in December of 2019, but was not reported missing by Sorey until late 2021. So that's where a lot of people are like, huh? That's a long time. Authorities announced Monday that Montgomery was charged with second-degree murder, abusing a corpse, falsifying evidence, and tampering with witnesses in connection to her death. Prosecutors allege that Adam beat Harmony to death in December 2019 and concealed and disposed of her body at a later date. I hate even saying these words. And this is mild compared to how graphic it is, the story of what actually happened. Hey, Rainbow Mom. Thank you for being here and good to see you. Hey, Tony. Hey, Sarah. Hey, you guys coming in that I missed. If it wasn't for her mom, Shuby Mom says, if it wasn't for her mom wanting to see her, who knows when or if they would have found out about poor Harmony. It's crazy because they were being reported by a few people. Think about Uncle Kevin. It is beyond heartbreaking, Queen Bella. Harmony was done a disservice all the way around, and it's horrible, and I'm so sorry you were born into this mess. You didn't deserve any of this. Rest now, sweet girl. Well, she was definitely failed by a lot of people, official people. So I hate even saying these words, like, the last sentence that I had to read right here. It's almost makes you sick to repeat this. But the facts are that what actually happened to her is so much more graphic and disturbing. And we've went through it here. I'm not going to, get into the graphic details right now, but you guys know this is going to be a really tough trial. So he was first arrested on assault charges. Now, those are the charges he wanted severed in connection to his daughter's disappearance in January, when police initially searched the Manchester home Harmony shared with him and her stepmother, Kayla. Kayla, 31, also faces fraud and perjury charges after allegedly cashing in Harmony's food stamp benefits while she believed to have been missing. Adam allegedly told his uncle that he, quote, bashed Harmony around the house, unquote, in an arrest affidavit dated January 5th. Adam reportedly admitted to giving Harmony a black eye after he left her to care for her infant brother, who then started crying. Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg choked back tears Monday as he urged the public to honor Harmony by doing something nice for a child. And there's that number again. 603-203-6060. You can contact Manchester Police if you have any information. I know there are a lot of locals that come to this chat. Matter of fact, when they were doing one of the searches, somebody came and joined the panel when they were looking in the sewers and took the refrigerator, and she filmed it for us, like from ground zero. So if anybody was to happen to see this that had information, I just want to continue to put that number and that information out. Manchester Police. So I know of no one way to honor this innocent and defenseless child, he said. Sorey, who is also mother to Harmony's younger brother, Jameson, said she found some closure from the news of Adam's arrest. She said it's a relief, but at the same time, it still doesn't make anything easier. Sorey, who last saw her daughter over FaceTime around Easter 2019, told the Daily Beast. Sorey said that she and her family are taking this time to grieve together. We just ask for privacy and prayers. There are so many layers to this story. So many layers. Thank you, Ava. I'm going to star this so I can always come back to it. Because on StreamYard, we have the option to save a comment so we can pull it back up later. So thank you so much. Hey, Birdie. Good to see you. Okay, and anybody I missed who came in, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to follow this trial every step of the way. I've been following it for years now and covering it for years. And yeah, I'm completely invested. My heart and soul is, so I want to know every single detail. There are a lot of layers. It's similar to Gannon's case. A lot of you guys have followed that with me, and that case, there's a lot of layers. There's a lot to remember. There's so much even more now that we have the case files, the jail files, the phone calls. Today I got 2 comments on the pretext calls video. People are still watching those. It's just crazy that people will re-listen and note things that they heard they didn't hear before. And it's just very interesting to read the comments. But yeah, so I want to follow this in the same way that we followed that. We're going to cover it every night. We'll do I don't want to stream the court hearing. I just feel like I don't want to mess up. You have to have really good internet and stuff. And I don't know if I do or not now because we have new internet, but still, I just don't want to mess up. So I think what I'll do is watch and take notes all day. That's what I did with Gannon's case. And then every evening we'll do a recap of that day, and I'll take clips and things like that. And and I'm just looking forward to watching every step of the way. Lucia says tough one, as well as Quentin Simon. That one we're going to watch as well. I know that one touched many of you guys. Carol freaking Claus is one that I see talking about it a lot often. So I know that, and that's, I don't know. That's another layer of this too, is just how many people it truly affects and get touched by these things. Mayla's mom, I would love to know if any of the CPS cases ever involved the boys. I would have to go back because I feel like I know more about that than I can recall off the top of my head. Oh, Adrian, thank you. Hey, cutie pie. Tara, yeah, it is. Are you close? Yeah, you could totally go. That would be so awesome. Yes, email me. That would be really cool. It is, Crystal. It's pretty crazy. Much endeavors. I tried to volunteer my services to my local CPS after hearing just how much and how many are in my small town. Of course, they were declined and I was offered an application, but hard to make changes. It's really hard. Down the Rabbit Hole News is like she used to work for CPS. I love her channel if you guys aren't familiar with it, but she's talked about that before. It's really hard to make real change in the system. It happens, but it's tough. Look, in Tennessee, there were so many kids like a year ago that were in CPS custody and not enough homes that they were sleeping in the offices. That is just, if that doesn't make you sick. Hey, Amber Lou. Meep. Good to see you, Meep. Okay, so let's start here. This is Harmony's mom 2 years ago speaking out. Let me see the exact date because we know it was January of 2022 when he was finally charged. Okay. It's been a few weeks since I put this stuff together. We have even, look here, the adoptive father has done interviews. Her Harmony's aunts. There's been a ton. Okay.
If I can't speak for her, who else is going to?
Danielle,
Look, it happened
there
for
are
2
some
years
even before
because
this.
I wasn't her voice, or I couldn't be, or nobody could hear me.
Where did you think Harmony was for the last 2 years?
So remember, this interview here is still several years into the process. She last sees her 2019 Easter. 2021 at the end of the year is when she's finally reported missing. This is January of 2022. I think this is when he was arrested for the assault. But let's listen because it's hard. There's just so much to it.
She was with her dad, and he was just being a jerk, really. That's what I hoped was happening, but in my heart I knew something was wrong. Something was very wrong. Like, he was going to extremes to block me and make sure that I couldn't contact her or anything, or even to the point, like, once his family started calling DCYF and he knew, he then cut them off, and then I couldn't even get information from them, because at least I could get information about what was going on through them. Couldn't even get anything from them. He literally cut anybody that questioned him about how he treated Harmony or what he was doing. He cut them off.
When was the last time you actually saw Harmony?
In a FaceTime video, like 2-3 days before Easter. I showed her basket. I said, I'm coming in a couple days. Mommy got you a basket, I held on to that basket for a year and some change, hoping, that I'd have a chance to give it to her.
And what did she seem like when you saw her on FaceTime?
Terrified. I would say, hey, what's going on? What'd you eat for lunch? What'd you do today? Are you going to school yet? Like, how are your brothers and sisters? You got any friends? Little questions like that. I'm her mom. Like, I want to know these things. I want to know she's happy. And every time I asked these things, he would pause it and he'd tell whatever he'd say to her. I can't hear him. He'd mute it. And she'd be like, don't tell her. Don't. And she'd be like, and I'm watching her. So he'd unmute it. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you muting it every time I ask her a question? Why aren't you letting her talk to me? Why are you answering for her? Like, you're acting weird, Adam. I'm like,
can you imagine having to talk to your kid through FaceTime like that and visibly seeing the fear in them? And oh my God, poor baby.
what's going on? Like, we're co-parenting. Like, you're letting me have visits. Like, what's going on? He's like, no, I have sole custody, sole decision making. You don't get to ask me shit. And he hangs up and blocks me. And that was the last thing I had contact with her and saw her at all.
What made you call the police before Christmas?
It was a couple weeks. I had called right after he stopped talking to me, but
I wish they would, Sarah.
I was talking to my therapist, and I was telling her, like, listen, this is affecting my mental health.
I know.
I can't sleep. I'm super depressed. Like, my son's well taken care of, but me personally, I was really sad, like something right here all the time, just telling me, like, you got to get her, and I said to my therapist, I said, no one's hearing me. I've made reports. I've talked to desks.
No, she couldn't. She had her own, issues she was working through with her own, addictions and stuff like that.
People at DCF office, because I didn't have a certain extension, because Demetrius wasn't on the case anymore, which was the person that was supposed to remove her that didn't. He knew Adam personally. He was Adam's DYS counselor. So he was a conflict of interest from the beginning. So the 3 times they were supposed to remove her, they didn't, because he knew him personally. And then I got word when Mauricio had reached out to me and said, I was told you had made past reports. And then they started asking me questions about Harmony. And I said, I still haven't seen or heard from her, nothing. And didn't hear anything. The guy I have all the text messages from the guy.
Stephanie, I believe so, but you know what? Let me double check, because they did put out their witness list. Remember, they put out a witness list, the state, of 200 people. They said, I think they had like 25% of local law enforcement. But I will double check while we listen. Let me just add too, Adam, they put out the defense's witness list, and there was 2 people on there. An inmate and then some random woman. And we don't know the information, like any details on who this woman is, but it's a local woman. But I'm going to pull the article now so we can double check. Like, there is just so much with this. It's really hard to remember off the top of my head. And now, like, looking back, there are little things coming up. Like, I want to say that there's more information about Harmony potentially being removed from there, and that we've talked about it, but it's been so long, I can't be sure. So I'm going to look into that too. But okay, so let me keep playing, and I'm going to pull the what I can find on the witness list. Oh, I have the case file too, so I'm going to grab that. Hello, Bendy, my beautiful friend. Oh my God, happy to see you. This baby has been surrounded by drug addiction most of her life. Addicts, unfortunately, only care about their next fix. It's hard to even try to understand. And Queen Bella, I hate to say it, but you're right. And that comes from, I'm somebody who's in recovery, but I have a really strong stance on anybody who is using hard drugs has no business having custody of a child. Because when you are under the influence of those things and you're in the midst of your addiction, even if you're a great parent, you will not put that baby first. You cannot think clearly and appropriately for how you need to be able to think and make decisions when you have little children. That's just kind of where I'm at. Okay.
The guy basically doing nothing. So I reached out to the mayor and I said, listen, if you guys don't help me find my daughter, because DCYF and DCF and Mass dropped the ball on this one, let her slip through the cracks. I said, I'm going straight to the media. I don't care. It was like hours later, I got a phone call from the police in Manchester. And I had already called the Manchester police. They told me I couldn't file a missing persons report because he had physical custody of her. So they said, they told me, go to court and file a petition to get custody. So I go there and they tell me if it's a DCYF open case, then I can't go there and go to court. So they were running, sent me around for busy work, you know what I mean, while they were trying to figure out how to cover their butt. And it was just, when they knew I couldn't do anything at the courthouse, but they still sent me over there, you know what I mean? And then, the cops called me and they're like, we're completely involved now. DCYF told me this is really suspicious, blah, blah, blah. And then it came on the news.
Have you ever seen Adam be violent?
Yeah, when I was in a relationship with him, he used to choke me. I was pregnant with her, he'd choke me. like all kinds of stuff. If you did more than him, he'd choke you. If you were texting and he didn't want you to, or somebody he didn't like, he would do whatever to you.
Now, remember, one of his things that he wanted left out was the accusations of him being violent with her, with Crystal.
Scream at you, get in your face, whatever. He uses his intimidation and manipulation to get what he wants. Always has.
Have you ever seen him be violent towards Harmony?
Towards her, not me seeing this, but we had a play therapist that she had while he was getting visits when I had custody of her. And even my play therapist had made a report before he got custody, mind you. I still had custody of her at this point. The play therapist made a report of abuse, saying there was definite abuse going on in the house during visits. And when she told me that, I completely never let him have visits with her again, because Nan was supervising them. And
play therapist reported abuse. Queen Bella said, absolutely, they shouldn't have custody of small children. I was saying, we all say, I just can't understand. We should be thankful we can't understand. I agree. It's just like when we think about these like murderers and stuff, and it's like Chris Watts, for instance, and what he did to his babies. And you just cannot understand or fathom how you could ever even make your body force your body to do those things. Like, I don't know. But we will never understand because we are not like them, and that's just part of it. I think it's part of like our curiosity into this stuff, though, is trying to understand. Kay Braze, yeah, the understanding would actually be a problem. Okay, so I did find the article on the witnesses, and we'll wait until the end of this interview, and I'll show you that. And then I also grabbed the file, and I'll share that with you guys in the chat right now, so you can very easily go to the state's website and see the different motions and things that have been filed. So I'm going to drop that in the chat like in about 2, maybe 1 minute.
There was like once or twice where she had doc's appointments and stuff, so she wasn't there the whole time. And he's short-tempered, so he, as soon as he gets the second or loses his temper, he's going to hit her, And my daughter is she's just like me, she talks a lot and she's excited and she's smart, she kind of even thinks she might even know a little bit more than you, even though she doesn't. But that's just her, and she's just beautiful like that. But I just don't ever see someone getting so angry to where they bash her around the house, as he said. I just don't understand. If that was the case and that's what you planned on doing with her, why go for custody? Spite me. Just spite me. That's all it was. It was never for love for Harmony.
Did he ever
speak negatively of Harmony? Now, or the
he'd say when I talked to him, I'm like, so what was going on at the visits? I questioned him about what the therapist had said. Hence telling him no more. And I didn't answer. Then he showed up to the sober house in Roxbury making a scene, and the director was like, we'll call the cops on you, and I told him, this is why you're doing extreme punishments to her. She all kinds of stuff like that the therapist had gotten out of her just by playing dolls in a dollhouse. Imagine. I was horrified. I was like, no. I told DCF, and that was that. Like months later, they hand over custody.
How is it possible she got to stay with him after all of that?
I don't understand. I still don't understand to this day. I had a court date on the same day of that hearing for Jameson's adoption. So I sent over to get a continuance from the courthouse saying, hey, we need a different court date. I can't cut myself in half.
Mayla's mom, that's a good question. I honestly can't answer that. I don't know. I mean, I have my own opinions and thoughts, and but I don't know.
They denied my continuance and just handed him over custody because they wanted to wash their hands of the case. They were done with it. The lady said it was open 4 years too long.
So I know. Oh, sorry. Come back a little bit this way.
Oh, sorry.
Stay in one spot. Yeah, okay.
I was trying to get out the wind.
No,
it was like,
whew. Only a few more questions and we'll be back. I know it's cold.
I don't know where he is. He needs to just come give me my coat.
I know. I mean, these are tough questions to ask a mom, but I mean, do you think Harmony's alive?
I still believe she's here. I think he has her with either like his mother that no one knows really anything about because she never raised
Wow, you guys. Wow. It's just crazy to hear all of this again. Like,
him, but I think he would call his mom or hit her up on Facebook and say, I'm in real bad trouble. I need you to take her. You're the only one that no one knows. You know what I mean?
me too.
I feel like
Granny.
she's still here. I would know, man. Like I said before, a mother knows. You know when your baby's not here anymore. You literally you feel it the day it happens. And yeah, I've woken up with panic attacks and woke up calling family members freaking out because like I just have a terrible feeling all the time.
Brian Enton asked
But
tough questions, though. I got to give him that.
It's not a feeling of
the next one. Do you think she was
not
sold?
here anymore?
With his violent past and addiction, I mean, do you think he could have?
I feel like he sold her.
Wow.
I think he sold her because the same week that they're saying this happened, the day after my son legally got adopted on the news. You know what I mean? And he knew what my son looked like. He, that's my daughter's brother, So he saw that, and I really think it's connected. I think like he got that idea from seeing that and was like, oh, I can do it illegally, because not for nothing, right around the same time, human trafficking was at an all-time high. So was organ harvesting, which I don't even want to go there, but at least.
Wow, I am so glad. Is going to be guilt. Like I said, Brian Enton is asking the tough questions. Now, remember, this was a long time ago, 2 years ago now. So,
if he sold it to a family that legally couldn't adopt or something, there's still hope.
Lil Red, I don't think
at
so.
least safe
The bond, that's potentially
Do you
why.
feel any guilt?
Oh yeah, every day. I played a part in this. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm innocent. Like.
Wow. Now, I'm proud of her for at least saying that, I gotta say, because I think a lot of people, that's where they get hung up. And that's not easy to say. And just take it from somebody who's made my own mistakes in addiction that I have had to, admit to, and where I came up short. And it is hard to admit that, but it is part of healing and holding yourself accountable and being better. It is important to be able to say where you're wrong,
I'm a recovering addict. Like when I gave birth to her, I didn't know nothing about being a parent. I didn't know nothing about getting in recovery, but I never stopped trying. I always went into program after program after program, trying to, prove to her and my family that I wasn't going to stop until I got better, and I just, especially when I kept reaching out to Adam, kept reaching out. Like I even was like, I even wanted to show him like, look how far I've come, Yeah, there's a lot of shame and guilt,
I could see that too.
come with this.
I definitely see how all you guys feel the way you do, Katrina.
It's not gonna set me back. It's gonna motivate me to keep fighting for her and keep looking for her, because if I can't speak for her, who else is going?
Let me just say that I appreciate you guys being able to share your different opinions, however you feel about this. I love to hear it. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to put it in the chat, and let's just respect each other's. You guys are. I'm not saying you're not, but sometimes people will start fussing back and forth, and I don't want that. I just want us to be able to share without being judged for whatever we feel, either way.
Look, it happened for 2 years because I wasn't her voice, or I couldn't be, or nobody could hear me. I just want people to hear me and come forward and tell us something, because somebody knows something. It's a fact. Like someone knows something, and either they're too afraid to get in trouble or whatever, but
And just more questions.
they're just for any type of anything.
Do
really.
you think there's something at that house?
Me too, Mayla's mom.
I don't have a feeling like there's. I get these crazy intuitions. I always have, and I don't have any type of intuition about that house. I feel like they're wasting time, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. I'm also hoping as well.
Okay, so that's the end of that one anyways. Teacup, no, don't apologize. Like I said, I really love that you guys feel like you can honestly share your opinions without being judged either way, because I appreciate hearing all perspectives. Shuby Mom says, so proud of anyone in recovery, so much respect for you. And I echo that statement. I am so proud of you guys too. For anybody in recovery, I know that it's tough. Pointer Lover says, I'm sure she will have lifelong guilt over this. Agree. I definitely agree. Okay, so now we're going to just take a second and go to this article. Prosecutors file list of nearly 200 witnesses they might call in Adam's case. Let me just see if the witness list includes Adam's father, uncle, grandmother, and Kayla Montgomery. The star witness is expected to be Harmony's stepmother, Kayla. Let's see. Hold on one sec, you guys. Okay, so Kayla, and when I'm reading, I can't see the chat, but I'll be right back. So Kayla Montgomery also said Harmony's body was kept in a number of places. In all, the state's witnesses list has 79 civilians, 73 members of law enforcement, 6 expert witnesses, and 31 record keepers. At this time of this article, defense had not filed their witness list yet, and we know that they have now. And then, okay, so let's go over here for just a second. This is the website for the case file. We have the defendant's response to the state's motion. Let's try to find the witness list here. Motion to sever docket, proposed schedule for counsel, issuance of certificate to summon person as a witness from without. Defendant's witness list. Okay, hold on. And let's find defendant's motion to admit impeachment evidence pursuant to New Hampshire rules against Kayla Montgomery. I haven't even read through that. To be honest, I haven't read through every one of these, and I should have. Let's see. Motion to preclude defendant's encounter with law enforcement. Appointment of counsel. When did they file their witness list? Notice of jury trial. Let's go to the defendant's. Well, These are 2 of the states. Let's see if it's in this. And witnesses. The amount of records may be substantial. In the agreement, the parties noted that the state had not yet filed a witness list. On or about December 27th, the state filed its anticipated amended witness list. Let me go back to December the 27th. We're kind of just doing a study session together. So, which I love that. I think that I just enjoy doing this stuff with you guys. It's a lot better than sitting here by myself and doing it. Yet I don't see it here. Look, we have December 21st and then the 4th. Let's go to this one. Oh, this is filed by Adam anyways, so that's not it. I'm just curious to know for sure, factually, if Crystal is on it. But before we move forward to her next interview we're going to watch together, let's go to defendant's motion about Kayla. Hold on. Where is it? Defendant's response to state's partial objection to defendant's motion in limine. I never say that right. I know it. Impeachment evidence. Kayla Montgomery. Motion to appoint counsel for Kayla Montgomery. Huh. I wouldn't be surprised if certain things are sealed. Well, obviously they are going to be. Let's see. Now comes Adam Montgomery by and through his public defenders. I just want us to look at this quickly. Hereby responds to the state's partial objection to Mr. Montgomery's motion to admit impeachment evidence regarding Kayla. As grounds for this response, the following is stated. It appears that the state agrees that the following Kayla Montgomery convictions are admissible under this particular rule. She has convictions for 2 charges of perjury, convictions for false report to a police officer, conviction for attempted possession of prescribed drug, incarcerated on August 29th, 2013 for probation violation. It appears the state agrees the following charges against Kayla may be introduced as impeachment. Charges of 2 counts of receiving stolen property, theft by deception. It appears the state does not object to but misapprehends the grounds for introduction of the following charge dealing with prescription drugs. Let's see. So this is all about trying to make Kayla not credible, basically, and what they're allowed to bring forward in the trial against her. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. We won't go any further into that. I will share the link again just one more time so you guys can read any of these motions whenever you want, or, you know, if any other people are kind of covering it or whatever. Okay. Oh, Shuby Mom, thank you. Alex, you are an amazing young lady. Great channel. Oh, that is freaking sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So now I know I've missed a ton of comments, you guys. Hey, cutie pie. Wait, let me see. Hey, Nurse Kristen, good to see you. I want to pull Carol Claus because I see people congratulating her. So hold on, I'm just going back. Harlot says, I think Crystal is sincere. She obviously dropped the ball and she knows it, but I think she did try to find her daughter when she got cleaned up, and I believe she did love her. Part of me agrees with you. I have so many thoughts about this. Hey, Stevie Grace. I feel for this mama. No one asked to be an addict, especially when you bring babies into it. I respect her for being able to admit she's not innocent in this. February 14th will be 5 months sober and clean for me. That is freaking awesome. Proud of you. I'm proud of all you guys in recovery. Hey, loves to lurk. I love to lurk too. Sometimes you're just in the lurking mood. Okay, so now let's go to our next interview. Let me see something. Just one second. I'm going to double check something with the sound. So I'm going to mute for 1 second. Okay, I was double checking this. I do think this I'll probably get like there's music in this, but I think that's okay. We're going to watch it anyways. You don't really get in trouble anyways or anything. You just you don't get in trouble. Okay, so this is a small channel. I'll share the link in the chat right now as we watch. I want to play from the beginning because they put a couple quotes from Crystal on the screen. And this was at like I've seen several different people's recordings of this event. It was like an event for Harmony, but okay. It was 1 year ago. We just watched 2 years ago. This is 1 year ago.
My gosh, when I say it, and I will keep saying it, this was 110% preventable. If the information had been passed on, if they had listened to the reports from Mass and New Hampshire, they would have said, oh, yeah, look at this dude's record. There's no way he'd be capable of taking care of her, especially with her blind eye and her having an IEP and her supposed to be in play therapy because of, being separated from me. Yeah, there was so many things that could have been done to prevent it. The police were there 16 times. DCF reports. You know what I mean? Like,
Hold on.
I was ignored. Because
we're going to pause there. I want to rewind and I want to really hear her. Let me turn on the closed captioning. The last one didn't have closed captioning available. Okay.
The police were there 16 times. There was 39.
The police were there 16 times. There was 39
DCF reports.
DCF reports.
Like, it was I was ignored. I was ignored because I lost custody of her and I was in recovery. And they were like, well, who cares? They even told me at one point, you can't report her as missing because he has custody. So I had to report her as an endangered minor, and then still wasn't being heard, and that's when I wrote out to the mayor.
Stephanie, I'm so proud of you too. That is awesome. Congratulations. Okay, so she had to report her. She didn't have custody of her, so she couldn't report her, like you would if it was your child you had custody of. And she even mentions writing a letter to the mayor. Was I cutting out, you guys? She was born that way, Lauren. I know, Ava. Yeah. Well, it's sort of reminds me of that Darlie Routier, where she's at like the birthday party and they're filming her on the news. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Ava. By the way, I love that picture. It is super cute. You are so cute. Okay, let's keep watching.
And, I had police at my door within 24 hours, which is like, why did it have to take that, But I'm just happy we're able to get justice. Not happy. That's a lie. I'm okay with the justice we're getting, and hopeful that people are going to do the right thing for her. And I'm
Meep, I believe she was born blind in one eye.
Grateful for everybody that's come together for her.
Kimberly,
and put their differences aside and maybe even their judgment of me to be here to love Harmony. She just loved to love. It was her sweet, kind, funny. Oh God, that girl could talk. She could tell you her whole.
She just loved to love. I don't know. It makes me sad just picturing Harmony like as she's describing her, but I think that it's important to hear these things too.
Life story by the time she was 2. Very, very smart and advanced. They always said.
And Ava, ain't that the truth?
As far as her intelligence
okay.
Yeah, this is why we're doing all of this. We're also going to have something December 7th, her anniversary, most likely in Haverhill. We're trying to do something that is impactful, some type of protest or just coming together vigil to say, hey, this is what should have happened, not this.
How you doing? How you holding?
Where I still can't believe it, I didn't think this would be the outcome.
Well, we just saw her say she believes she was alive. And I've talked to you guys about this a little bit with my own personal loss I've recently went through. Like some days you just, I don't know, it hits you and you're just like, wow, this is real. Even though every day as you think about it, and it's not something that like really ever leaves your mind like that, but it just, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just like hard to accept or believe it. Teacup has the same condition, and she put the exact name of it in the chat, and there's no way I'm going to even try to repeat it. But she said my parents ignored it, but thankfully it's an intermittent strabismus, so it's not always apparent. So would glasses fix it? Because so Bentley was born with a little bit of a lazy eye. He can see out of it, but when he wears his glasses, it fixes it. And supposedly the glasses may like strengthen his eye up enough where it won't be lazy without them eventually if he will keep them on. But
know how to cope, you know, and I'm okay. I'm strong. I'm strong with my family, and I'm strong with my providers.
I was having trouble with it loading. So did you guys hear me say, can y'all hear me? Or was I like lost service at that point? I also, I don't know if you heard me, but Pointer Lover, I cannot believe that 2 surgeries and it didn't work. I don't know. I really hope Bentley's glasses will fix his a little bit. As he gets older, I can tell he's got more strength behind it. And also they have mentioned like a patch that could strengthen his eye a little bit, but muted. Now no, I was muted on purpose. Because it stopped loading. Like for me, the video we were watching just turned into a loading bar. And then I like responded to Pointer Lover. I don't know if you guys could hear me. The eye patch over the dominant eye. Yep. I am not resetting the damn, no, the counter. Oh my gosh. And I swear I'm not cheating. I was muted on purpose, but okay. No, I'm glad you guys tell me. We'll just listen to another minute of this and then I'll share the link. And then I want to get to the most recent one, which I feel like was quite a bit longer than these two. Let me see though.
So I'm okay. She gives me strength. My son gives me strength every day.
New internet and it's still giving me trouble, y'all.
And talk to him and FaceTime with him and make sure that, you know, he's okay. I'll be okay.
These charges against Adam give you some kind of hope that justice can be served.
I'm just really hoping that he just says flat out, listen, I'm not telling you another thing, but I'll tell you where she is. You know, I'm just hoping that he does that one thing. You know, but if he doesn't, I know for a fact Kayla knows where she is. If she
says that she, you know, talking about Adam telling where Harmony is, she hopes that he will tell, but she believes that Kayla knows where she is. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me actually, so I'm going to pull our next interview. It's right here. But before we start it, because it is a bit longer, this video, and, you know, I don't know. I hope that we will make it through it all. But let me do a poll. I want to know who believes that Kayla knows where she is. So hold on. I have to pull up my YouTube video on the Just a second. Do the poll. Okay. View your channel. Go to this live. Okay. Start a poll. See, I don't really think that this is just my opinion, and don't let it at all influence you guys. I'm so curious what you think. I don't think she does. I think Adam was too paranoid. Maybe she does, but I could totally see him. I don't know. I go back and forth, but part of me thinks that maybe she really doesn't. Do you think Kayla knows where Harmony is? Yes or no? I mean, that just disgusts me that she deserves to be laid to rest. That is even a point in the conversation, like the reason that it got brought up. You guys saw Crystal does believe that Kayla knows where she is. Kayla claims that she does not know, that Adam was too paranoid and did not tell her anything. He was not alone, though, during this time. Remember, he had this friend in the rental van and stuff. But she would have taken them to her for a better deal, says Katrina. Amy's in Boston. I think Adam drove over the Tobin Bridge and dropped Harmony in the ocean. You know what? Locals, so you're obviously close by. Locals have sent me maps of a bridge. And didn't they have his GPS from that van going over that bridge? Yes, in the affidavit. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is the truth of it. Shiny Pop Star, I think she didn't go with, but I bet he told her a roundabout way where she is. Yes, Amy said. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's so much to this case, and it has hard to recall it, especially because I think I've been talking about it on my channel for at least the last 2 to 3 years. Hi, just Chrissy the Crone. Thank you for commenting. I love hearing from the silent watchers. Chrissy says, but I believe her body is in multiple places. I'm sorry. I read your second comment wrong. Multiple places. God, trigger. Excuse me, you guys. I'm sure that turns your stomach the way it does me to even think about. But she is also a Mass resident, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case either. I do wonder what they were looking for down in the sewers. Show Me says, do you think she hit on her as well? Yes, I do. Because in her proffer, we read she admitted to smacking Harmony on the back of the head. Mayla's mom, I do, unfortunately. See, me too. 100%. And I believe she probably admitted to less than what she really did. I don't have much for Kayla. I don't have nothing for her. So, hey, Aries girl, good to see you. And hey, Adrian. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy to see all you guys. I'm happy you made it too. Aries girl says the decomp that Kayla describes in her proffer, I don't think she will be found, and that crushes my heart and soul. You're probably right. And in the arrest affidavit, we hear at one point that, God, I'm sorry to even say this, but that she was mush. There was no bone. The bones, he was using lye and stuff on her, right? So there's not going to be like a regular body that might get thrown where later you could recover the bones. I don't know that this is going to be like that. Hey, East Texas chick. Hey, little white crow. Happy that you're here too. Amy says, she was side by side with that monster hurting that child. I agree. He dragged that poor baby all around. Definitely a deal with the devil situation. Ain't that the truth? Okay, so here is our final interview that we're going to watch. Trial is it's starting in a little over a week. So I wanted to like try to refresh on some of this stuff. And maybe some of you guys didn't follow from the beginning. Let's check the poll though before we start, because this is a longer video. I don't know if we'll get through it all. We'll see how we feel watching it. And I'll definitely share the link with you guys in the chat. Hey, Debbie Doodles, Shiny Pop Star. 61% say no. Wow. That is, now it's at 60. That's closer than I would have expected, for one. And for two, I understand. Hey, Chase, I said hi to you. Did you not hear me? Because we were watching the interview, so you might not. But good to see you, Chase. I can see Kayla being pissed off about the accidents. All Harmony was to her was a means to income. Well, obviously, because let me tell you what, any little kid in my care, and I don't give a damn if it's my friend's child, if it's the neighbor's child, if it's my cousin, if it's my, I don't care. Any child in my care, number one, I would never sit there and allow them to be hit. But let's just say that something else happened where they were injured, or I thought they could be hurt. There is no way in hell I'm sitting up front in the car and not even turning around to check on them. Not even when I hand them their food. There is no way in hell. I'm paying all the attention to those kids and making sure that so that right there just tells me everything I need to know. You sit up front and don't say a damn word. All you're worried about is your fix and your food. And you see this man hit on her like that, and you don't even check on her. You don't even look back. You don't give a damn. No, that makes me sick. So I'm sorry. I got nothing for her. I don't believe she killed her, but I definitely have nothing for her. She sat there and watched it happen. And then helped him dispose of her and cover it up. She is absolutely evil. Me, really? I might have heard about Harmony from your channel, actually. Gemini Moon says babies for benefits. Carol Claus, 100% Alex. Mayla's mom says, my 18-year-old son with autism, sometimes accidents, and you know what? Who cares? You clean it up and give them dignity. They don't do it to make you mad. Exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys. So now, oh, Aries girl, I know. You are exactly right. That is a direct quote. And I know a lot of people listen with headphones and they're not reading the chat. Thank you, Lou, for the super sticker. That's sweet. Thank you. So I will read it to you, but I know that this is just horrific to even say. Aries girl says, in the proffer, she states specifically that they had to squish her little body into the bag and that Adam slammed the bag all around. I feel sick writing that. Hell isn't bad enough for them. You're right. And as a matter of fact, in the arrest affidavit, when she is describing that incident, she goes on to talk about how she could see it was Harmony. She could recognize her facial features and things like that. She put that bag with her remains in it in between her two kids and pushed it on a stroller to their next stop. She absolutely allowed it, Carol Claus. Crafty Chris says, I feel disdain for all of the adults in her life and the states of Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Me too, Crafty Chris. I'm with you. I think that things need to be changed. Laws need to be changed in Harmony's name. You know, that's the way I see it. But okay, so Tony says to sit back and watch someone harm a child is just as bad as harming them. If you're a mom and you allow your boyfriend to hurt your children, you usually get charged too. Failure to protect. Now, she's not her mom, but she's her stepmom. And the bitch is getting money. Excuse my language, but I don't care. This is the way I feel. And you guys know I'm not a professional. I'm a normal ass person who likes to sit around and talk about this stuff with you guys. It means something to me. You guys mean something to me. I care about these things. That's it. But she just disgusts me. She just absolutely disgusts me. She was sitting there collecting money. So, you know what? You should have some care. That's what I was going to say. The bitch was sitting there getting food stamps out of off of Harmony's social security number or whatever. So just infuriating. Thank you, Gemini Moon, for the super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You would have to be truly devoid of any goodness to have the stomach to do that to anyone, let alone your own child. I agree. It is Me Too, Harlot. She says it's one of the most disturbing things she's heard in a case. Bendy, I've got nothing for Kayla. We're getting close to this, and I know that Jen is going to cover it with me, and I'm sure, like, as well, individually and together. And I'm looking forward to that. And also still looking forward to your documentary, but no rush, because I know that perfection takes time. But I will tell you guys, I've seen like a good chunk of it, and it's really good. Like, Jen has put in a lot of time and effort into learning this new editing software, and she is going to kick ass with it. Just trust and believe. Thank you, Lou. Well, it's just the truth. You know, I was talking to my dad about that. I was like, he said something about a YouTube channel he was watching, and I was like, you know, I'm not very professional at all, but that's not really my gig. Like, that would be fake of me to get on here and try to be like prim and proper and like this professional. That's not me. I'm, you know, I tell you all the time, a hillbilly mom from West Virginia in recovery. I'm interested in this stuff. I like hanging out with you guys. And I'm just here to do that, not to. So sometimes I may say shit that comes out a little sideways, but that's just part of what we're doing here. Yay. Yes, I heard about Boone's letters. I'm thinking tomorrow night for a dramatic reading. Yes, Bendy. I would love that. Oh, I love you, Pointer Lover. I love all you guys and appreciate you. Okay. Yay, Debbie. Okay, so we're going to get into, I'm going to go ahead and press play because I have to go inside and get my charger for the laptop. So let me go ahead and press play, and then we'll pause again and chat some more in a minute. K-Braze, I love you guys. And hey, True Crime Crazy. Hey, beautiful. I'm here. Been listening, but not chatting. Hard to do. I'm back in the hospital. Please keep me in your prayers. Love you, Alex Erickson. I love you. And please message me if there's anything I can do. If I know it's hard from here, but I'll definitely send lots of love and prayers your way in the chat too, I hope. So, hey, Stevie's mom. That's okay. We'll forgive you. Okay. This baby wasn't even given dignity, and her death, it's such a sad situation. 100% agree. Thank you, sexy wild thing. Well, I adore you guys and love you guys just the way you are. All right, so let's get into this. Now, this interview was 6 months ago. So we watched 2 years ago, a year ago, and now we're at 6 months ago. Adrian, yes, I will absolutely help you with that. I'm glad you sent me that. I'll look into it and find out who we need to contact, and I'll help you through the process. Adrian's wanting to get some case files for a case local to her, so I definitely want to help with that. I have not heard of Benjamin Taylor. No. Oh, we love you, Brandywine. Okay.
The life of little Harmony Montgomery is almost too tragic to talk about. Her death was so violent and so utterly reprehensible that it's almost too disturbing to talk about. But tonight, we will talk about both, because Harmony deserves to be remembered, and this little angel deserves justice. Harmony was born to Crystal Sorey and Adam Montgomery, but unfortunately for Harmony,
Hey, you guys. No, I wasn't muted. My internet started being funky. And I see somebody's calling me and somebody's texting me. Allie, I wasn't muted. The internet started being funky. Let me see, because I came in on my phone to talk to you guys. My new internet, too. This is annoying. But I am outside because I was trying to keep it quiet for the kids. Like, I didn't want the kids to have to go next door. So next time we might try from inside. So I think I love you guys. Um I'm thinking though that maybe we should do a part 2 anyways. Like I could go ahead and schedule it and we could do it tomorrow during the day when no one's here and the internet's not being used. Because this is a 40-minute interview. And I feel like we're going to have to pause a lot to get through it. And when we started, I kind of felt like we might have to do a part 2 anyways, because there's a lot to go through. So I think I'm just going to chat with you guys for a minute and then we'll do part 2 tomorrow with her most recent interview and finish our discussion. I wonder if a Wi-Fi extender would help. Well, it's really frustrating because this is the new internet. And when they tested the speed, it was really fast. But like now, my computer isn't even connecting at all. And nobody was supposedly using it. Supposedly. Now it's connecting and reloading. I want to see Vinny get mad. I love when he gets passionate about it as well. Okay, awesome. Then we'll just do... locked my phone up. Then we'll just do a part 2, supposedly. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll just do part 2 tomorrow. I have some other things I want to talk about, too. Honestly, I should be doing a couple videos a day, even if one's like pre-recorded or what, because I've missed so much stuff that's going on. And it means a lot to me. I don't want to miss these things. So I get really hard on myself over some of that. So anyways, he gets so mad in this interview. Well, then we have something to look forward to. Oh, thank you, Riddler, for gifting a membership. Rainbow Mom, before you leave, I just want to say sorry I haven't been around much, just as I thought life was getting back to normal. Oh, there was a fire in my apartment building. I am so sorry, Rainbow Mom, and don't ever, you never have to apologize. I'm just glad that you're here now and that you're okay. I have to be on replay tomorrow. Oh, I know. I will do some we'll have to do evening lives with the trial. So we'll be doing one every night. But I need to do some daytime ones when I'm the only one on the internet, for sure. Smile Love. Hello, Alex. I have a question. Do you have an address that you can share or PO? I do have a PO box, actually. If you'd give me an email, it's on the bottom of the screen. I will send you the PO box. You know us. We'll all be there. Allie, Rally, you guys are the best. Can I just say something? I appreciate you guys so much. Like, this has been like a really hard few months. If I go back to even before Christmas, when my cousin passed away, and the last like few months since then, and I just like cannot even put into words or properly explain how much you guys have helped me get through all of it. Like, truly, it means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Hey, Shani. Hey, Vanessa. We're okay, but our neighbors weren't so lucky. Oh my God. I hate to hear that. Oh, I appreciate it. And I'm here for you guys. And I know that the chat is here for you guys too. Like, you guys are just so good to each other. It's just such an awesome place. Everyone survived. 2 people hospitalized. Did you guys see the car that drove off the pier in Virginia Beach? I love you guys, Trio Girl Mom. This car drove straight off the freaking pier. One of you guys actually sent it to me. It's pretty crazy. Don't make me cry. Hey, I lost a tear or two during that just now. So I'm sorry. God bless you, Melinda. Darkest before dawn, love. Well, you're right. You know, all the things that I've
been through have all, even the worst things have always made me better at the end of it. It's tough, but it's true. And I think that's where we build character and become who we are, right? Because we've been through these tough times. I love you back, cutie pie. Vanessa says, I know we all go through things. May I ask for prayers for my daughter? Absolutely, Vanessa. And I hope everything's okay. Pointer lover, thank you. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. And I love you back. Thank you. Someone drove off a pier. Yeah, you should put look into. If I was on my computer, but now I'm on my phone. I'll find the video and share it on the community tab. But you could probably just do a search on Google. Car drives off Virginia Beach Pier, and I haven't looked at it since I first saw it. But at the time, there had been attempts to get it, but they weren't able to yet. A couple things had went wrong, and they weren't able to. What would you call that? Rescue, what do they call it at that point? They weren't able to get the car out yet. Well, I want to smoke a cigarette with you guys. Oh, Carol freaking Claus. Yes, I have to admit, I just ugly cried. Oh, I did. I cried a little too. But you are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thanks, guys. It's so appreciated. Adrian, I assume so. Yeah. Taylor and Kelsey about to work my last good nerve. Well, oh, wow, Harlot. I can't see it on the phone. Um, by the way, with Taylor and Kelsey, I guess he's going to the Super Bowl. I think that's a pretty big deal, but recovery. Thank you, Corky. They didn't make it, Pointer Lover said. I know, Lil Red. I know. I promise I'm going to try to quit. That is going to be my goal this year. I was looking at these things a few months ago, and they're not vapes. It's like natural essential oils and a cork, almost like a vape. And it's for people to quit smoking. It gives you that sensation, like the mouth and the puff, but you're not getting any chemicals. Oh, Lou, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Keith says, hi, Alex. Your voice is so pleasant. It makes this disturbing cases a little less stressful. That is sweet, Keith. Thank you. I cried when I spilled my beer. Did you spill your beer? Hold on. I hope you are doing more lives. I'm bored in here. But all the help you say we are to you, you are to us. Well, that means so much to me. And I hope so, because you guys are, I'm telling you, I probably get annoying saying it because I try to say it a lot, just because there are so many times where going through these last couple of months, I've thought, oh my God, I could not have done it without you guys. Just supporting me, being there for me, having my back, sending me encouragement, sending me, I don't know. I couldn't have done it. It means so much. Hey, Katie Cats. Tiffany Crockett, I love them. How long do you think they'll be together? Taylor and Kelsey. Lil Red, I don't know. I have to look for it again myself, because I know I saved it, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I really want to try that, because I don't want to. My mom has COPD. She struggles, you guys. She quit smoking 10 years ago, and she still can hardly breathe. She coughs all the time. She's had prolapse surgeries, just all kinds of stuff because of it. It's caused so many issues. And I don't want to do that. I want to be here for my kids. And here with you guys. We got lots of stuff to do. That's why I say, when all that mess happened, all the bullshit, and I cannot let that stop me, because I came here for a purpose, and I want to, even if I just make a difference in the smallest little tiny corner of the world, just the littlest bit of difference in a positive way, then it's worth it. Yeah, it's air instead of vape. Yep, Stephanie. Do you know what it's called? Do you guys believe her? So it's 60-40 now that Kayla knows. Wonder who's going to perform at the Super Bowl. Oh, thank you, Neat. Neat linked the link for the car going off the pier. Oh, Riddler, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Her influence has increased the NFL income by $300 million. They'll want to keep her around. Yeah, I bet you her fans are watching these games just to see her, right? So that's why they keep panning to her and showing her. Oh, you know he does, Tiff. Oh no, I'm way behind. Let's see. Okay. My chat's screwed up for a second. And I'm back at it all quirky. Well, at least you quit for that long. That had to help your lungs a little bit. Oh, Rainbow Mom. That is so sweet. Thank you. I'm grateful for you too. Usher, he's performing? Wow. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Let's see. Oh, Stevie's mom. Well, you guys make a huge difference in mine. I swear it feels like I know you better than I do. You talk about these things like I would. I'm from North Georgia Mountain, so we're mountain sisters. I love that. Well, you guys are my friends. That's the difference with like live chat versus watching YouTube videos, which for me, even the people I watch that don't have live chats, I feel like I know them to a degree, right? Like you do because you hear about their lives and I don't know, you just feel like you know them to a degree. But the live chats just change everything. That's where you interact. And so, people are like, too much chatting, get to the subject. Well, like my live chat videos, that's the point. Like I'm here to hang out with you guys and discuss these things and, look into things together. And that's the point of it. Like a pre-recorded video is just going to have the information you want to see, right? But when you go to a live chat, for me, well, that's the best part is you guys. So I don't know. I do get some comments though. People don't love the chatting all the time, but oh well. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there you can watch. I want something that can help me quit the damn disposable vapes. I have one that I feel like could take the place of my cigarettes, and it's the coffee tobacco flavor. But the rest, they just don't hit the spot for me. Have y'all seen that? Oh my gosh, have y'all seen this woman claimed about Gypsy Rose and her husband potentially being her brother, which by the way, I don't believe that's true, but this TikTok has blown up. It's went viral. Have you guys seen it? Yes, Stevie's mom, I saw that. I'm glad. Plunder got her video back up about NK. Yep, Mayla's mom, exactly. I love chatting with you guys too. And you guys like become friends with each other, Let me see if you guys have seen that video about her. Okay, so there was a woman. Oh my gosh. Let's see if my computer's back on because it's very short. So, okay, y'all are going to be like, Alex, and you might judge me for this, but one of my guilty pleasures is the like beauty YouTuber drama channels. And one of them has covered the Gypsy Rose situation a little bit because Jeffree Star was talking about having her on, him and Eugenia Cooney. So last night he did a video and he shows this TikTok that's went viral where they're claiming that Gypsy has married her brother. I don't believe this to be true. So let me just say that this is not factual. I don't believe because I think that people can edit these sites and stuff. So don't believe that this is the case. But let me try to come in on the computer if it will let me show you guys this and then I'll let you go and we'll finish tomorrow. Okay. Hold up. I think it is going to. I miss B Crumbs too. Where is she? She's here. I think she was one of the people who called me. There was a couple of those so fast. Sometimes people just want to lurk. I get it because I do too. I told Melissa, I was like, I came in your live last night. Oh, okay. Now I'm backstage. Hold on a second. Okay. Now. Oh, let me share my screen. I was lurking in Melissa's for a minute. Sometimes you just don't feel good or want to chat or whatever, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is the creator I was watching, Dustin Daly. He discusses usually like Jaclyn Hill, beauty drama, all the like
stuff like that. But last night, there's a new video. There's a new Megan Thee Stallion. She's a rapper. She put out a video or a song called Hiss, where and Nikki has went off for days about it. And anyways, I was watching this video here. So yes, that says Gypsy Rose married her brother. I know they time stamped it, so let me find it. Okay.
Talked about Gypsy Rose for a while now. I said that the internet was going to turn on her. I predicted this. We could have all seen this coming a mile
Everyone
away.
did see it coming.
Yeah.
Do
you think that she's seen it coming, or did you think that she didn't
know? Maybe not as fast as it happened.
Yeah.
She probably thought she had like a good 6 months.
I swear, it's like
this is not true crime. I don't believe this is true. I just want to give as many warnings as I can. This is just us bullshitting at the end of the live and discussing a drama video that I saw, and I'm sharing. Okay, that is, I'm going to share the link to the channel though, so that you guys can check it out if you want. But okay, so
as fast as she rose, like she's coming down just as fast. And I don't think that she's done anything. I think the expectations that people have set for her, she can't live up to them because they want her to be a victim, and she's not going to be a victim.
She's also not going to be a murderer. Let's not forget, she doesn't identify. She doesn't identify with that.
She doesn't.
I think that she should just do social media. I think that she should just make TikToks. I saw she just got a puppy over on TikTok. And yeah, I think that's what I think she needs to come from Kayla's gig though. She needs to start doing makeup videos.
Well, girl, here's the thing. So they've been coming for Gypsy Rose. Literally on my TikTok, it's like every other video that I scroll, it's somebody coming for Gypsy. They're not happy with her. They're mad that she got out of prison, all of that, right? Well, somebody has now said, or they're claiming, that Gypsy Rose married her brother because her mom Dee Dee allegedly had another kid named Ryan Anderson, which is Gypsy Rose's husband's name, right? You guys check out this TikTok.
So, while Gypsy Rose Blanchard's on here running her shit show,
good God,
you happen to mention she had a sibling? There the fuck he is.
Me too, Sparkles.
So my daughter sent me a video of another girl who went and looked up her mother's genealogy. Turns out that Dee Dee Blanchard had 2 kids. I can't make this shit up. And over here, you see her genealogy. You see private child. But guess what? Turns out she had an ex before she got with Gypsy's motherfucking dad.
Good God.
His last name was Anderson. I can't make this up. They had a child. Yes, they did. Ryan Anderson Blanchard. Just saying. She's married to her brother. Have a nice day. Damn, boy, you look just like your mama. Morgan, I just want to give you a shout out on here.
This girl has some serious disdain for Gypsy. It feels very personal, let me just say. And also, I don't believe this. I would like to do my own research. And apparently we could if we wanted.
You're a genius. Y'all run, go look it up. And also, you can pay $10, which I'm not willing to invest another cent into these bitch ass motherfuckers.
We need your help, Teacup.
Because everybody got experience. But you can pay extra money on this genealogy. Everything I just found out was free, but you can pay the money. And it's there. Hold on. I know this shit's blurry because I blew it up the best that I could. But somebody else sent it to me, and it is yes, a male child.
Wait a minute now.
Okay, so anyways, and even these people are like doubting it. They said that, some of it is edit. You can edit. I don't know, because I don't know about that stuff, but I just thought that was funny, apparently. Oh, really, Shmita? I saw one claiming this too, but they showed more receipts. It makes me want to look into it myself. She doesn't want to invest because it is a lie, said Lil Red. Well, apparently, he does look like her a little bit. I don't know, Neat. Teacup, you gotta let us know. Let us know. I read that in Stephanie's comment. You'll run. And that's, you gotta let us know. Let us know. I can look into it too, but I do not know much about like the genealogy websites and stuff. However, I do know that it's like a thing that they can be edited, some of them by like yourself. So I don't know, but anyways, I thought that was, don't know how I got here, just hanging out with you guys, letting you know what I've been watching and looking at. But I guess I'm going to go and do dinner and showers and all the things. And then tomorrow we will do part 2 and we'll watch the 40-minute interview, Crystal's latest interview. I will also do some digging to see if I can find any of her latest comments or posts on social media. And if there's anything like that, I will gather that together to show you guys at that time as well. But that'd be a job for criminality, but I don't believe it. I think that our teacup has some good experience because she was doing the Letitia family tree, which I still want to finish. And also, we are going to continue the trial recap, like the trial review. I just don't want to do it every day. There's so many important things to talk about, especially with Adam's case coming up. We're still waiting on the calls, but I think that it's still important to do it. We're just going to do it maybe like once a week or something like that. But anyways, all right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was actually so fun. Every time, Debbie, to be honest with you, no. I have a few that I've been meaning to look into that I haven't. But the last few days, like, I've been just so exhausted, like mentally and physically. But every time I go to, like, do a video like today, for instance, earlier, I was not really in the mood. I was having a lot of anxiety about coming on live, and I don't know why. Like, sometimes when it's been a few days, it's hard to get back into it. And then every time I feel like that, and then I come on anyways with you guys, I always walk away feeling like a million times better. So thank you for that. And Debbie, will you put her first and last name, Grace's first and last name, in the chat again so I can make note of it? And B Crumbs has started this really cool thing. There's an app where we're saving all these different cases, and I've started messing with that and trying to save cases too, and some that you guys have recently asked me about. So I'd like to start a folder for that there. And then Adrian, you're so welcome. I'll get back to you about that sometime this evening. I'll get to my emails. Oh, Kathy, you the best. Thank you, Sparkles. I know, Mayla's mom. Well, I wanted a documentary on Gannon this morning. I watched a documentary and bawled my eyes out. He still touches my heart. I know, me too. I think Jen will be putting together one day. Grace Holland, thank you, Debbie. And I am sorry. Yeah, and I'm sorry, you guys, that I've been more absent. Because I know that many of you guys, like, I don't know. I just know that some people that are going through tough times, like, the lives help so much. So I hate to do that. And I promise I'm getting back into it. Grace Holland, B Crumbs. But anyway. All right. So I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. And tomorrow we're going to do part 2. And yeah, we have lots of things to get into together. So thank you for everything. I appreciate you so much. Jessica Chambers. So I'm going to screenshot it and do it. It's actually very cool. We've, like, us, yeah, the little thing that it's just a place for all these cases, and there's a ton already. But yeah, it's a really cool way to save all this stuff. Good night, Keith. Thank you for being here. Thank all you guys for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.